Hello lovelies and welcome to my next post for Scrap FX. So I decided to do something a little different. Now you see me working on my junk journal and you say that's not different. I don't use any paint or ink on this little page at all. I know, right? So I love these collage papers and I feel like if I try and use paint or anything, honestly, I don't know really how to incorporate them into a journal page by using paint. I've tried in the past and, I wasn't unhappy with it, but some of them are just beautiful and I don't want to do anything to them. This one I thought I could this part here is me sort of seeing if I can maybe blend this little section into my page, because I feel like it's a bit of a cop-out to use the whole thing. I think it's like a bit like cheating, but then I thought about it and I'm like, well, it's my art journal, so I can do what I like. So in the end, that's exactly what I decided to do. I decided to just use an entire piece of one of the collage papers as my background. So yes, I didn't make the background, but I do add to it. So I guess it's a little like cheating, but when you've got a beautiful piece of product in your stash like this and you don't want to put anything, it's beautiful and the work's done for you as long as you credit where you got your stuff from. So this is the gorgeous what's it called, rainbow splotches by the lovely Karen Yates for Scrap FX. And yeah, it's so pretty. I thought I would do something different and do my entire background as this and then just add to it with some stamping and focal points. That's what I'm going to do. I do add a little bit of white gesso originally because I was going to try and blend it together but into my page, but then I just add it just sort of to tone it back a bit because it sort of has a gradient to it. It's lighter at the top and darker down the bottom, and the way I ripped it and whatnot, I just wanted to sort of tone down the left-hand side a little bit. So I've got my gesso down and then I'm going to stamp on my background using some of my favourite Scrap FX stamps. I have a pretty good Scrap FX stamp collection, I have to admit, and normally I use paint. I've mentioned this in the past. Today you'll see me use ink, and this is why I don't like to use ink. See, when I'm stamping it, it's not giving me a really bright, bold, crisp image. It's mostly because my ink pad is not juicy. I have a re-inker. I have attempted to re-ink this ink pad. I still get the same result. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but maybe I just need more ink from the re-inker. I don't know. But this is why I tend to use paint, because I love the solid, bold, really in-your-face image you get when you use paint. But I decided to use ink because I was going with the whole I've used no paint on this page type thing. And also because I wanted to do a quick page, and this ink pad sits on my desk to the right of me. So that's why Basically, that's why I wanted to do it. When you want to do a quick page, you want to get creative, but you don't want to get the paint out, this is probably a great thing to do. If you have some of these collage papers, all the work's done for you, and it gives you a beautiful page. So I took advantage of the fact that the ink pad doesn't give me a very crisp, bold image by using the chicken wire stamp, because I did want something a bit lighter in the background, a bit more, just to sort of bring all of these elements together. My stamping was just sort of looking a little just haphazard there, so I wanted something to just bring it all together, but not something really, really bright. So I lightly stamped the chicken wire stencil, just so why do I keep saying stencil? I lightly stamped the chicken wire stamp just to give it a sort of adjoining factor, so it looks like it's on my background paper. Now, this is one of the graffiti peeps from a rice paper piece. Normally, if you use a lot of gel medium on underneath and on top, you can get your collage paper or your rice or tissue paper to blend into your background. I didn't want to do that. I wanted this dude to really pop off. I went to use a different one, but it blended too much into my background. So I went with this dude instead because, as you can see, it's all in grey tones, black and grey tones, so it just worked much better. And what I'm going to do to sort of make it pop a bit more is I'm getting my Stabilo Oil Pencil and I'm going around the outside, giving him a bit of an outline, and that's really helping that to pop off the page. And then because I like to use sticky quotes, I've got my Art by Marlene book of sticky quotes, and I'm picking a quote, Gotta slap it on my page, and that's this page done. As you can see, it didn't take very long, and there's no paint. The only thing that I have on my hands is a little bit of ink and gel medium. So if you really want a quick page, this is definitely the way to go. So just thought I'd show you what you can do if you don't really feel like getting some paint out, and yeah, making the most of your supplies. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back real soon. Bye for now.